What I like about this chapter is that everyone in this situation right now is a beast in their own right. Like, we know how Choso gives it up. We know for a damn fact how Yuji the fucking demon god gives it up, apparently. And I'll talk about that title later. I'll get to it. And Aoya he's a goddamn special grade sorcerer. But all of them get shook when Akotu appears. Now, Akotu's no joke. We know this. But do you think this is Akutami's way of saying that Akotu is the strongest here so far? I don't know. And throughout this whole series, it seems that Akutami has this thing for bringing in new characters that are like new to the Jujutsu world and just having them coast people that's been doing the sorcerer stuff like literally ever since they've been born. Like deadass been doing this their whole life. Now, I want to like this situation because like specifically who I'm talking about is Yuji and Akotu, and you know who doesn't like Yuji and Akotu. And the fact that Rika and Sukuna is in the picture does bump their skill up, no doubt about that. I'm just concerned about them being at such a level and not having to put that much time in. I mean, I know they worked hard for where they are now, but there are people who have literally been doing this since they've been born, like born into families and just like training to be a sorcerer, you know? Akotu's great and all, don't get me confused, but him making a special grade sorcerer have a Nani moment, I don't know. Like it was. I'll put it like this: it was the most hype part of the chapter / iffy part of the chapter for me. Pretty iffy. And I love the Yuji Choso teamwork. It's something I've been waiting to see, and I knew it was coming. And I kind of wish we saw more from Yuji than him just killing a flying squirrel with like a single punch. Because Choso saw so much more than we did in that whole demonstration. And you can't spell demonstration without demon, because that's exactly what Choso saw. It makes me wonder if Demon King is one of the classifications that curses give each other, like how sorcerers give the curses classification through grades. And it would be pretty cool if curses had their own classification system. And I know people will be like, oh well, Yuji isn't a curse. Well, you kind of got to remember that Choso thinks Yuji is his brother, and Choso himself is a half curse, half demon. And Choso himself is a half curse, half human. So it would make sense that he would think that Yuji is half curse too. He even goes so far to think that whoever's in Geto's, like Big Geto's body is also Yuji's dad, further showing us how deep this memory ability is rooted. But anyway, Naoya is the first to get to Yuji, and he has speed. Like Rock Lee weights off speed. Like he took his weights off, he's moving. So he speed blitzes Yuji and Choso, and he actually tags Yuji, which, you know, Yuji ate that because he has like fucking BDSM level pain tolerance. We know this. So when Choso and Yuji try to counterattack, he just teleports his ass out of there with the fucking speed. And I like that he admits that he underestimated Yuji, and he didn't even get hit by Yuji yet. Like all he had to do to realize Yuji was no joke was to hit him. Like that's some final boss type shit. Like Yuji had some dragon class armor or something. Like he actually expected to knock Yuji out with that one little love tap. Like, boy, nah, you definitely gotta focus up now, because he was definitely about to get tag teamed. He didn't know what he flash stepped into, but you know, he escaped. He got it. He got one little hit in before he left. It kind of reminded me of that Sanji scene where he kicked Oven back in Whole Cake Island and then just dipped real quick. So yeah, he finally decides to take the whole thing serious. He's like, oh, I underestimated you. I didn't expect much. So now I should probably up my speed. And that's literally right when Akoto appears. And he startles all three of them, like to the point where Yuji thought that Gojo escaped from prison realm. Like, and I was like, okay, I read that and I'm like, so that clearly isn't Megumi, because Megumi ain't all that. Like, you know, we know he has potential. He's been upped about his potential by Sukuna, but he ain't gonna be mistaken to be Gojo, you know. So I was like, that's not Megumi. It's probably Akotsu, and I was exactly right. That was Akotsu who showed up, and it had me thinking, who the fuck did Akotsu train with to have that kind of presence that made a nigga think that you were Gojo? Literally, like known to be the strongest sorcerer. He sealed up, and Yuji still thought that was him. Who the fuck are you training with? And why does it look like Akotsu only works on his upper body? Like just straight chest day, all day, every day, chest. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I really can't, because I believe that Choso is here just to add, just to even the odds for Yuji. Because if Choso wasn't here, it'd be 2-on-1 right now, honestly. So I can see Choso dying in the next couple of chapters, swear to God. I can really see it. And also, do you think that You think that Sukuna will realize that that Akotsu is a descendant of one of the big three or something? The guy's name is Michizane or something. We find out in Volume 0 that that he's one of the big three vengeful spirits of Japan. And even if he did notice, I doubt Sukuna will come out. I mean, it would just be cool to like have that kind of dialogue. Oh, he has that same presence as that one guy from back then or something, like, you know. And the way Akotsu pulled up made me believe that him and Naoya may be a bit much for Yuji and Choso. Hell, I mean, Yuji, Akotsu alone may be enough for Choso and Yuji, and it would be kind of sad, but it'd be kind of cool because, you know, you feel for both characters. So I'm like, I want Akotsu to be badass, but I don't want him to be badass to fuck up Yuji, you know? Just let me know what y'all think. What I think, I really don't even know, because this can go literally so many ways. We still have Megumi to pop up, and Sukuna may make an appearance, he may not. I doubt it. He's very good at just keeping out of things until someone like really big comes, and like, I don't know. He still has that binding vow with Yuji, so he can leave for a minute anytime he wants, but he promised Yuji that he won't harm any of his friends. And the only person that's a friend of Yuji's right there is Megumi, so he can kill anyone right now right there except for Megumi, and he's not there yet. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. I give this chapter a solid probably 8.5. We didn't get that much. We got a little Naoya appearance, we got a Akotsu appearance. I just want to see all this go down and all this whole thing to just come to fruition and see where everyone is right now. And I want to see how OP Rika is and how he brings her out, and if she's gonna be the little girl or the monster Rika, you know. So like the video, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube shit, you know how it goes. I will see you guys next video. Peace.